Hi everyone, my name is Casey and in today's video I will be going over my pros and cons of selling on Etsy. So let's get started. I thought this might be a great video if you are just starting out on Etsy or contemplating whether Etsy is for you. When I was just starting out on Etsy, I know that I couldn't get enough information or advice about Etsy. If people were doing articles or blog posts about it, I was reading it. If people were doing Etsy videos, I was watching it. So starting out on Etsy, it is a big leap into the unknown. You might be worried and thinking, is this worth it? Will I actually make a sale? So for those of you who watch my videos, I have a baby onesie store on Etsy. I've had it for almost a year now. And in that year, I have learned so much. So I today have come up with a list of my pros and cons on why you should start Etsy and what you should just be aware about. Now I am happy to report that my pros list is a lot longer than my cons. So the first thing I like about Etsy is how user-friendly it is. Etsy is super easy to use and anyone really can start on that platform. So if you're not very technological minded or you haven't really used Etsy before, you should have no problem using it. But if you are having a bit of trouble, I have done a step-by-step video on how to actually open an Etsy store, so I will link that for you. Etsy really is user-friendly, and what I like about it is you can actually start selling the day that you set up your store, which I don't think a lot of other websites offer, and that to me was one of the key reasons why I actually decided to start on Etsy. I also love how Etsy offer their help and their expertise. For example, they actually send their sellers an email letting them know the latest trends and the best time to post. They actually have little articles on their website about how you can set up your store, and they go over a whole bunch of things. They have on their website a whole section of frequently asked questions. So they really do try to hold your hand during the Etsy process and starting out your store. And another thing I like is the forum. That's just a place where Etsy sellers can go to talk to each other and to get support. Another pro is it's specifically for handmade and unique items. Etsy is the place for handmade, unique and one-of-a-kind items. So if someone is trying to find your product, they most probably will. It really is a great marketplace for your product as people are searching for things that they wouldn't find anywhere else. I know that personally, if I'm looking for a unique or personalized gift, Etsy is the place to go. So if you have a unique item or if you've handmade something that you feel others will like, list it on Etsy and I'm sure people will really love your product. It really is a great marketplace for your product. People are going there specifically trying to find products just like yours. The analytics of Etsy is another pro for me. So for example, if I can see that people right now are searching for Mother's Day onesies or personalized Mother's Day onesies, then that is an opportunity for me to start making those products and to list them on my Etsy. So the analytics are a great way to really do a deep dive into your store, see how people found you, see what products are working, what products aren't working, and what products you maybe should think about adding. So the past year, I have found the analytics to be an invaluable tool, and I believe it's what has helped me grow to where I am now. So another thing that I like about Etsy is the coupons. I think that this is a great way to show thank you to your customers. For example, I offer a 10% off for returning customers, and I also think that it is a great incentive for people to shop at your store. So for example, with the coupon, if somebody favorites your item, then you can send them a coupon. If somebody adds something to cart but doesn't buy it, then you can also send them a coupon. So I think coupons are a great way to show your customers that you do appreciate them, and it's also a great way to get people to possibly make that last step of purchasing your items. Now, the next part we're going to talk about is the cons. Now I'm happy to say that my pros list is a lot longer than my cons. The first con is fees, and for me this is probably the biggest con. Just this month alone, I paid almost $50 in fees. So Etsy has a whole bunch of fees that they charge you. Shipping fees, listing fees, and so on and so forth. It seems like almost every other month they are adding new fees. So fees really should be taken into consideration when you are doing your product pricing, because you have to think that you won't be getting all of that money. Some of it will be taken for fees and taxes. Another thing I don't like, which goes hand in hand with the fees, is Etsy's new Oxide advertising. I think they are planning to bring it in April, and basically it's exactly what it says Etsy will be advertising your products on Google and other search engines, and if people buy your product through there, then Etsy will take a fee from you. What I don't like about this in particular is that you don't really get a choice. If you make over a certain amount of sales in a year, you are automatically opted in. So I don't think that that's right. I personally believe that the sellers should have a choice whether they want to opt in or not, and whether they actually want their products to be on websites like Google and other search engines. With Etsy, like every other website, you are paying to get something, so all your fees and taxes, they are automatically taken out, which I do really like. I like that I don't need to think about other countries' taxes, whereas on other websites that really is something that you need to think about. So while you are paying fees and taxes, you are getting a website to showcase your products, to sell your products, and you are also getting emails and support through Etsy. But I do think that maybe the fees are a little bit too high. The fees, I think, are kind of what actually turns people off of Etsy. I think that's why a lot of people make the switch into their own website or onto other selling platforms. So maybe they feel like they don't have as much control as they once did. Another thing I don't like, if you're a buyer, it's a positive, is there are a lot of products. So if you are in a popular niche, say jewelry, there could be millions upon millions of products. So you might actually find that your product ends up being page 10, page 25 of the search list. Your item that you're selling might actually get lost in the sea of products. However, to combat that, you can do Etsy advertising, which just puts your product at the top of the page, at the top of the searches. So more eyes are actually seeing your product, therefore maybe you might make more sales than what you would have otherwise. So that's it, guys, my video on the pros and cons on Etsy. I really hope that you guys liked it. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.